Boys by Boys by
Welcome back to another episode of Bars by BA, and I am BA. If this is your first time hanging out with us, your first time checking out the channel, and you're interested in positive, uplifting content, then please go ahead and subscribe to this channel. Click the bell. That way you can get the latest content as it comes out every Saturday, man. Every Saturday, we're going to put out some new content. For those of y'all who have already subscribed to the channel, man, look, thank you so much, man. Thank you for the feedback. Thank you for the support. Thank you for the encouragement, man. Thank you. You guys are truly a blessing to me, so thank you. So today, before we hop into the actual topic for today, I want to share a list of words with you, okay? And that list looks something like this: prideful, arrogant, rude, cocky, mean, self-centered, and selfish, okay? That's the list right there. I know y'all saying, what the heck? What does that list have to do with anything? So I'm glad you asked. So what we're gonna talk about today is that's the old me. That's the old me. So the list that I shared with you is some of the things that describes the old me, okay? And we're gonna come from Ephesians chapter 4, verses 22 through 27. That's Ephesians chapter 4, verses 22 through 27. And in this particular text, Paul, who used to be Saul, which was a bad dude who enjoyed killing Christians, he's writing this letter, and he's telling them and encouraging them to put off the old man and put on the new man, because the new man has more to offer. And a lot of us, we need some newness in our life. So today we're going to talk about that's the old me. So in the text it says to put off the old man and put on the new man, because the old man is deceitful, the old man is corrupt, so the old man is a mess. All right, so bar number one is the old me was trash. The old me was trash, man. Look, everybody got a past, man. Look, we all have a past. So my old man, me, the old form of me, that list that I just read off, that's just some things that describe how I was and how I used to be. So the old me is trash. In the text it says that the old man was garbage, man. So a lot of times we can just be honest, TBH, if we can just take a look at ourselves and look back at our past, we can say, thank God for God, because had I still been back the old way, the old me, then man, some things would look totally different. I remember one time I was watching this show with my wife. All right, scratch that. I wasn't watching it. She had the show on and I was passing by. But it's a show entitled 16 and Pregnant. And on the show, this girl, she was super pregnant, and she had on her high school cheerleader uniform, but she was pregnant, so that mode was super snug, super tight. And I was just sitting there looking like, is she serious? Like, for real, for real? But she had on this cheerleader uniform, and I'm looking like, she cannot fit that. She cannot wear that. So sometimes in life, man, check it out. We try to hold on to the old stuff, and we try to wear it. I'm not talking about the physical stuff. I'm talking about the inside, okay? And we try to wear it, and it don't look right on us. We try to go back and do some things that we used to do, and it doesn't feel right on us, okay? So the text, it says, take off the old man and put on the new man, so you can walk in newness, man, so that God can renew your mind, man. So look, I don't know where you are. You've still been trying to hold on to that old stuff. You've still been trying to hold on to your old identity. You've still been trying to hold on to your old friends or your old relationships, man. But look, God is trying to give you some newness, man. So look, let's go ahead and take that old off and put the new on, okay? So in the text, Paul is writing and he's talking to him. He says, take off the old and put on the new, and then renew your mind. And then you'll have a new attitude and a new walk in God. So bar number two is the new me has something to offer. The new me has something to offer. Man, look, I told y'all last week, man, I used to be bad, and I mean bad. I didn't care about nobody but myself. I didn't care what nobody else had going on. All I cared about was me. All I did was look out for me. But when God changes your heart and God puts you in a new position and he opens your eyes up, man, look, you gotta care about others, okay? So bar number two is the new me has something to offer. Man, just the other day, true story, maybe about 2 days ago, man, I was in the grocery store, I was pushing my cart. It's this older lady, she was really short and she was trying to get something off the top aisle. So she had a pen, she was trying to reach it and grab it off the top shelf. Off the top shelf, and it wasn't coming. So I walked by, I saw her, I just, without even thinking, I grabbed it, gave it to her. She was like, oh my God, thank you so much. And then I started walking off. And then in my head, I was like, dang, the old me, Look, the old me would have looked, wouldn't have cared, wouldn't have gave it two thoughts. The old me would have sat there and been like, oh, dang, she can't get that. Just hope somebody come and help us, feel sorry for her. But look, when God changes you, man, you have something to offer. You have to help other people. And the text says that you need to renew your mind, man. Oh, man. Check it out. First, you have to have a mind change, and then you have to have an attitude change. And then once you have an attitude change, then you'll have an action change. Mind, attitude, action. So first you have to change your mind when you're trying to walk in some newness. Then once you change your mind, then you change your attitude. Then once you change your attitude, then your actions should line up with your mind and your attitude. Man, I'm talking to somebody today. You need an attitude change. Man, your attitude is foul. Your attitude is funky. In the text, it says that the old us was corrupt. Another word for corrupt is rotten. Rotten, man, means to be outdated, means to stink. Man, I don't know if you guys have ever seen rotten bananas, man, but those things are hideous. Not only are they hideous, but they smell atrocious, man. The smell will mess your nose up alone. So what am I saying, man? Some of us, our attitudes are rotten, man. And look, that's the old you, man. Look, God wants you to walk in some newness, okay? So bar number 3 is, my anger even looks different. My anger even looks different. In the text, it says, be ye angry and sin not. Oh man, this is my favorite one today. Be ye angry and sin not. So in the text, it's telling us, hey, look, you gonna get mad. You're gonna get angry. Everybody's gonna get mad. Everybody's gonna get angry. But although you get mad, although you get angry, that's not a time for you to act a fool. Oh man, I'm talking to you right now. You've been mad for about 3 weeks now, all right? Let me tell you something. I used to be the king of being mad, all right? We would get into it and I say, man, you know what? I'm gonna talk to you in about 3 weeks. Matter of fact, don't talk to me for 4 weeks. I'm gonna talk to you in 3 weeks. And when I talk to you, don't even talk back. Just nod your head. That's the old me though, okay? And it says, don't give place to the devil. Man, as y'all know, it's football season. Football season is back, man. Thank you so much, God, for football. Thank you. But one thing about that separates good teams from bad teams is that good teams, they know how to close out quarters well. Good teams, they know how to close out quarters well. So they close out the first quarter well, they close out the second quarter well, they close out the third quarter well, and of course they close the game well. So what am I saying, man? We got to learn how to close out quarters better. In the text it says, don't go to bed on the with the sun when the sun goes down. So basically saying, if I paraphrase, be a paraphrase, don't go to sleep being mad. And he's saying why? Because when you do, you give place to the devil. Because that thing that you was mad about on Monday, if you don't check that thing, it'll carry all the way through Friday. And then the devil is happy. He's happier than a pig in pig slop because he knows that he has you now because you have given place to him. Man, I remember being in elementary school and we used to always have a line, man. We had a water line, we had a line to go outside. It was always some type of line. But when you saw your friends coming and you were already in line, you knew good and heck well that your friends was not about to go to the end of the line. Why? Because we was gonna let them do what? Cut. So look, man, you'll let them cut. Say, hey, come on, hey, girl, come on here. This your spot. Do you mind? Thank you, girl. All right. So look, what am I saying, man? Look, when you let people cut in front of you, then you're now following whoever's in front of you. Oh man. The bar right now is don't let the devil cut. Man, bar number 4, don't let the devil cut. Because if you let him cut and he's in front of you, that means you're now following what he says to do. You're now following his lead, his cadence, his actions, man. Look, I don't know where you are, but you've been letting the devil cut. Some of y'all, you've been letting him sit in your lap, but that stops today, okay? Look, that's the old you, but today you're gonna get you some newness, okay? So the gold bar for today is, and this is not my gold bar, man, this came from my boy Roy. His words, my gold bar. So Roy, shout out to you, man. Thank you so much. The gold bar for today is separate to elevate. Come on, man. Separate to elevate, man. I don't know where you are, man, but God wants to elevate you, but you have not separated yourself from the things, the mess, or the old you, man. But look, God wants you to separate to elevate, man. Look, real quick, I don't know if you guys know anything about a spaceship when it takes off, but when it takes off, it has a bunch of pieces on it. But the higher that it gets off into space, the things start to fall off, man. The pieces start to break off. And then once it gets actually off into space, it's only a small piece. So what am I saying? Man, look, God wants to take you higher. higher and you're moving in a higher direction, and there's some things falling off. But that's okay, because what's falling off is stuff that you don't need, man. I don't know where you are, but you need some newness. You need a new you right now. Today is your start, man. All right, cool. So, man, like, share, subscribe, leave a comment, man. I'm super excited, man. Have a great week. Be true to God and be true to yourself, man. I'm out.